Howdy, partners, and welcome to the Cowboys versus Ninjas podcast.
Oh, wow.
I'm Adrian,
Okay.
your host
All right.
for this wild ride.
Wild ride, okay.
Yeah.
I'm Julia. I'm here to help us unpack all these,
Awesome.
these awesome adventures.
Get ready for a rootin' tootin' journey through a world where six-shooters meet samurai swords, where steampunk crashes head-on into ancient martial arts.
All right.
Each day,
Yeah.
we're bringing you
Cool.
a brand new story. An epic mashup
Oh, wow.
of the Wild West and the Far East.
I like it.
So are you ready to explore a world of gears and shadows?
I'm all set, from
Yeah.
what I've gathered.
Yeah.
Gears and Shadows is a unique blend of steampunk and ninja awesomeness.
Yeah.
Clockwork tech versus traditional weaponry.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
And at the heart of this world is Jin, our vengeful ninja protagonist.
Okay.
This guy's got a clockwork arm.
Mm-hmm.
Think hidden weapons, serious firepower.
Interesting.
What kind of gadgets do you think you might have stashed in there?
Oh.
I'm picturing a grappling hook,
Okay.
maybe some hidden blades, or even a mini flamethrower.
Those are some good guesses.
Right.
Yeah, it really makes you think about how this technology could blur the lines between human and machine.
Yeah.
What was once a disability is now a source of power and potential.
Totally.
It almost makes his clockwork arm a character in itself.
Right.
Don't you say?
Totally. And his story kicks off with a bang.
Okay.
Jin infiltrates a massive steampunk airship.
Wow.
Talk about a technological marvel filled with gears, steam, and danger.
I like it.
He's on a mission to rescue the brilliant Dr. Asami,
Okay.
who's been kidnapped by the ruthless warlord,
Mm-hmm.
Captain Daigo.
It's interesting how the story sets up this contrast between Jin, who seems to be driven by a sense of justice,
Right.
and Daigo, who embodies this ruthless ambition. That power dynamic already makes their inevitable confrontation all the more intriguing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The action sequences in this story are off the charts.
Oh, wow.
You can practically hear the clang of metal,
Yeah.
the hiss of steam, the spray of sparks as Jin takes down these clockwork soldiers and Daigo's elite guard the Sky Ninjas.
Speaking of the Sky Ninjas,
Yeah,
they sound fascinating.
right?
These guys are highly skilled, probably with training rooted in real-world ninja traditions, but with a technological twist.
Yeah.
How do you think the clockwork tech enhances their abilities?
Right.
Do you think it amplifies their physical strength or maybe grants them new, unique skills?
I bet it's a combination of both.
Okay.
It's like they've taken the ancient art of ninjutsu and turbocharged it with steampunk.
Ah.
Now, let's not forget about Dr. Asami.
Okay.
This guy's a certified genius, but a little eccentric, you know?
Oh, really?
His inventions could be incredibly dangerous in the wrong hands,
Yeah.
which makes his kidnapping all the more concerning. It reminds me of real-world fears about scientific advancements, like
what?
who controls this knowledge
Right.
and how do we ensure it's used responsibly?
It's a classic dilemma that plays out in both fiction and reality.
Right.
The story really makes you ponder the fine line between innovation and the potential for destruction.
Yeah.
Dr. Asami's predicament reminds me of Oppenheimer and the development of the atomic bomb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a brilliant mind caught in a web of ethical complexities.
Right. And the escape from the airship is pure chaos.
Okay.
Get this.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Asami reveals he's sabotaged the ship, setting it to self-destruct.
What?
Talk about a dramatic exit strategy.
Dr. Asami for you.
Yeah.
Always thinking a few steps ahead.
Yeah.
But this escape also reveals a deeper layer to the story.
Right.
Betrayal.
Okay.
Captain Daigo feels betrayed by both Jin and Dr. Asami.
Right.
It adds this whole other dimension to the conflict.
For sure.
Don't you think?
And just when you think things can't get more intense, Jin leaps from the exploding airship
Wow.
and is caught.
Mm.
Wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
His sister Hana,
Oh,
who
wow.
leads the steampunk pirate crew.
Now that's an entrance.
Talk about a family reunion.
Yeah, it seems like family plays a big role in this world,
Uh.
especially in the face of such chaos and danger.
Yeah.
But this also raises some questions.
Yeah.
Why is Jin estranged from his family?
Yeah.
What led them down these very different paths?
We've got a vengeful ninja with a clockwork arm
Uh-huh.
a kidnapped genius,
Yeah.
a steampunk pirate crew, and a whole lot of unanswered questions.
A lot going on.
Stay tuned because things are about to get really interesting as we unpack this story even further.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing how this one story touches upon so many intriguing themes.
I know, right?
From the impact of technology on society to the importance of family in times of turmoil.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to the Cowboys versus Ninjas podcast. We left off with Jin reuniting with his sister Hana and her crew aboard their steampunk pirate ship.
All right.
I'm curious about the ship itself.
Yeah.
The story mentions it's decked out with all sorts of clockwork contraptions.
Cool.
What kind of tech do you think we're talking about?
Well, it's got to be more than just your average cannons and sails, right?
Right.
Maybe they've got some sort of clockwork propulsion system or maybe even weapons that harness steam power.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder how this tech has changed the landscape of piracy in this world.
I'm picturing steam-powered grappling hooks, harpoons that fire with explosive force, maybe even a smokescreen generator that uses clockwork gears to pump out a thick fog.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is where the world building in Gears and Shadows really shines, blending the familiar with the fantastical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of Hana's crew, they seem like a real motley bunch.
Right.
I wonder if they're all outcasts, drawn together by circumstance. What do you think brought them to this life of steampunk piracy?
It's got to be more than just treasure and adventure, right?
Right.
Maybe they're rebels.
Yeah.
Fighting against Daigo's rule.
Yeah.
Or perhaps they're protecting those who can't protect themselves.
Right.
It's like a steampunk version of Robin Hood and his merry men.
I love that comparison.
Yeah.
And it makes you think about the social structure of this world.
Yeah.
If Daigo is this powerful warlord, who are the people he's oppressing?
Oh.
Are there other factions vying for power?
Right.
This story could be hinting at a much larger conflict brewing beneath the surface.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But back to Jin.
Okay.
He's now on this ship with his estranged sister, a quirky scientist, and a band of steampunk pirates.
Right.
What do you think this means for his quest for vengeance?
This reunion with his family could change everything.
Yeah.
Will he find peace and solace with them, or will his need for revenge consume him?
Right.
Maybe this new family will help him see his quest from a new perspective.
Right.
Or maybe they'll join him in his fight against Daigo, turning this personal vendetta into a full-blown revolution.
That's an awesome thought.
I know.
A ragtag crew of pirates and a ninja taking on a tyrannical warlord.
That's awesome.
But let's not forget, Jin is driven by a past we don't fully understand yet.
Right.
What happened to their family?
Yeah.
How did Jin lose his arm and end up with this clockwork replacement?
There are a lot of mysteries surrounding Jin's past, and I'm willing to bet those answers are tied to Captain Daigo.
Yeah.
The story mentioned a conspiracy, right?
Right.
What if that conspiracy is what tore Jin's family apart?
Now that's an intriguing theory.
Yeah.
What if Daigo is somehow responsible for the loss of Jin's arm?
Oh.
What if Jin's quest for vengeance is about more than just personal revenge? What about unraveling this larger conspiracy and exposing Daigo's crimes?
Yeah, and we know that Daigo kidnapped Dr. Asami, a genius inventor.
Right.
What if he's after something specific? A weapon, a technology, maybe a secret that could shift the balance of power in this world.
And if Jin and his family are caught in the middle of this, it suddenly raises the stakes of their personal journey.
Yeah.
They're not just fighting for survival, they're fighting for the fate of this entire steampunk world.
It's interesting how the story seamlessly blends these personal narratives with a larger societal conflict.
Yeah.
It makes you think about how our own individual choices can have ripple effects that impact the world around us.
Right. Welcome back to the Cowboys versus Ninjas podcast.
All right.
It seems like every clue we uncover in Gears and Shadows just leads to more questions.
It's a real page-turner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This blend of steampunk and samurai is so well-crafted.
Right.
It really pulls you in.
We were just discussing how Jin's quest for vengeance could be tied to this larger conspiracy involving Captain Daigo.
Right.
It makes you think about how personal struggles can sometimes mirror larger societal issues.
Absolutely. And this story also raises questions about the nature of progress. The clockwork technology is so integral to this world.
Right.
But is it a force for good or evil?
It seems like it could go either way, right?
Yeah.
Jin uses his clockwork arm to fight for justice, but then you have Daigo who seems to be exploiting this technology for his own gain. It reminds me of how nuclear energy can be used to power cities or create weapons of mass destruction.
It's all about intent and who holds the reins of power.
Right.
And that's where the concept of rebellion becomes so interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think Hana and her crew are fighting for something bigger than themselves?
Yeah.
Are they a symbol of hope against Daido's tyranny?
I'm getting a Robin Hood vibe from them, for sure.
Yeah.
Stealing from the rich, protecting the innocent, and maybe even trying to dismantle Daigo's grip on this steampunk world.
And now that Jin has rejoined his family,
Yeah.
it makes you wonder if their paths will converge with this rebellion.
Right.
Will they unite to fight against Daigo and expose his secrets?
That would be an epic showdown.
Oh, yeah.
But remember, Jin is still driven by vengeance. Will he be able to set aside his personal agenda to fight for a greater cause?
Right.
Or will his need for revenge blind him to the bigger picture?
It's a classic internal conflict, the struggle between personal desires and a sense of duty to something larger than oneself.
Yeah.
It's a dilemma that many heroes face, both in fiction and in real life.
Exactly. And as listeners, we're left wondering what choice Jin will ultimately make.
Yeah.
Will he succumb to the darkness of vengeance or embrace the light of redemption?
Gears and Shadows doesn't give us easy answers.
Right.
Which is what makes it so captivating. It leaves us pondering these complex questions long after we've finished the story.
This has been one heck of a ride.
I know, right?
From clockwork ninjas and steampunk pilots to conspiracies and moral dilemmas,
It's great.
Gears and Shadows really packs a punch.
It does.
That's a wrap on our first adventure here on the Cowboys versus Ninjas podcast.
Wow.
Don't forget to rate and follow the show for more exciting tales of cowboys and ninjas.
We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new story and a fresh dose of action-packed analysis.
All right, sounds good.
Until then, keep your 6-shooters loaded and your katanas sharp.
All right, see ya.